If you are not hungry right now but still feel like eating something, this is not an accident. This is not a lack of willpower. This is a very strong mechanism related to the brain. And most people spend their whole lives thinking this is hunger. Let us start from the beginning. The human body has two types of hunger. The first is real physical hunger. The second is psychological hunger. Most people confuse the second one with the first. Real hunger comes slowly. The stomach gradually feels empty. Energy goes down. A person is ready to eat almost any simple food. Psychological hunger appears suddenly. It craves a specific food. Sweet, salty, crunchy. And most of the time this hunger disappears quickly. Here is the most important fact. Research shows that the main reason people overeat is not the stomach. It is the brain. The brain always wants comfort. It wants quick pleasure. It wants maximum reward with minimum effort. And food is the fastest tool for that. Now let us look at everyday situations. Why does the hand reach for food while watching a series? Because the brain associates watching a series with relaxation. Relaxation is linked to reward. And reward is often linked to food. Why do we want to chew something while scrolling on the phone? Because the phone distracts attention. The brain senses boredom. And to remove boredom, it chooses to keep the mouth busy. Why do we eat at social gatherings even when we are full? Because since childhood we were taught not to refuse. Do not be rude. Do not reject. Finish your plate. This is not about food. This is a social program. Now we come to the most dangerous part. Stress, fatigue, nervousness. The brain perceives this as danger. And when there is danger, it tries to store energy. That is why during stress people crave sweet and fatty foods. Here is another fact. When sugar is consumed, the brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is the pleasure hormone. But it does not last long. It drops quickly. And the brain wants it again. That is why people cannot stop. Most people do not know this. But overeating is often not about lack of energy. It is about incorrect energy regulation. A sleep-deprived person eats more. Because lack of sleep disrupts leptin and ghrelin hormones. One signals fullness. One signals hunger. As a result, the brain constantly asks for food. A person who does not drink enough water also eats more. Because the brain cannot clearly distinguish thirst from hunger. So the body demands food instead of water. Now the question is, how can this be stopped? The first step is awareness. Am I really hungry right now, or is the situation pushing me to eat? Just asking this question often stops automatic eating. The second step is pause. Do not eat immediately when you see food. Wait 10 minutes. Very often the craving disappears on its own. The third step is substitution. If your hands want something, drink water. Chew gum. Take a short walk. Breathe deeply. The most important step is removing blame from yourself. You are not weak. You do not lack willpower. You are simply caught in a brain trap. If a person eats even when not hungry, this is not hunger. This is a signal. When you understand that signal, you regain control over food. Many people think that if they eat when they are not hungry, it is a failure. It is not. It is a natural response of the brain. Our ancestors needed to survive in an environment where food was not always available. The brain learned to respond to opportunities to eat even when the body did not immediately need energy. This is why modern humans sometimes eat without hunger. The body has plenty of energy, but the brain still signals to eat. Understanding the difference between real hunger and psychological hunger is the first step. Real hunger grows gradually and can be satisfied with almost any food. Psychological hunger is specific and urgent. It is often triggered by emotions, habits, and social situations. For example, if you are bored, the brain often triggers a craving for snacks. If you are stressed, the brain seeks comfort in sweet or fatty foods. If you are tired, the brain wants energy quickly and often confuses fatigue with hunger. In all these cases, the stomach may not be empty at all. Another important factor is advertising and environment. We live in a world full of food cues. Bright packages, food smells, social media images, and even conversations about food make the brain think it is time to eat. Even if you are full, your brain sees a food cue and triggers desire. This is called external eating. It is one of the main reasons people overeat without realizing it. It is also essential to understand the role of habits. Many eating behaviors are learned in childhood. For example, finishing everything on the plate, eating at certain times regardless of hunger, or using food as a reward. These habits remain in the brain and can override the natural sense of fullness. One of the most powerful tools to control eating is mindfulness. Paying attention to why you want to eat is key. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or is this habit, boredom, stress, or social pressure? Sometimes just pausing and recognizing the real reason can stop unnecessary eating. Another tool is substitution. If your brain craves a snack but you are not hungry, try drinking water, chewing gum, taking a short walk, or doing a breathing exercise. These simple actions can satisfy the urge without eating extra calories. Sleep and hydration play a critical role. Research shows that people who sleep poorly eat more. Sleep deprivation increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, the fullness hormone. Similarly, not drinking enough water can make the brain confuse thirst with hunger. Drinking water before eating can often reduce unnecessary snacking. It is also important to change your environment. Keep unhealthy snacks out of sight. Avoid watching food-related content when you are not hungry. Reducing visual and social triggers can help the brain avoid unnecessary cravings. Remember, food is not the enemy. Food is energy and pleasure, but it should not be used to manage emotions. Emotional eating is normal, but understanding the signals behind it gives you control. The more aware you are of why you eat, the freer you become from automatic eating patterns. Finally, be patient with yourself. Changing the way your brain responds to food takes time. You will make mistakes. You will eat when you are not hungry. That is okay. Awareness, small changes, and consistent practice will gradually retrain your brain. Eating without hunger is not a weakness. It is a signal. It is a communication from your brain telling you to pay attention to your emotions, habits, and environment. When you understand the message, you can respond wisely rather than react automatically. This knowledge gives you freedom, control, and a healthier relationship with food. If you apply these principles, you will notice that cravings decrease. You will eat when truly hungry. You will enjoy your meals more. You will feel in control rather than controlled. And that is the real power of understanding why you eat when you are not hungry.